What's up, guys? Time for part 3 of Wakanda Forever, a fairy tale? Question mark. So the last thing that we saw was that Shuri is determined to invent time travel and to save her brother and grab that heart-shaped heart. But she has to invent time travel without the hint of the PEM particles, like the shrinking, anything like that, and without any of the Infinity Stones. So she just, from scratch, she has to create time travel. And despite her brilliance and her genius, I do want her to make a huge mistake with this whole thing. But a mistake that is not immediately obvious, one that becomes clear a little bit later. So as she's going through the concept and the process of creating time travel, she keeps hearing her dad's voice. She keeps hearing echo. It's nothing that's clear enough to know exactly what he's saying, but it's loud enough to be hearing it and knowing that he's saying something. But that does not stop her. She can fix everything. She can save her brother. So she presses on until she creates time travel. A version of time travel. Something that's slightly visually different than what happened in Endgame, like color-wise, but overall it's close enough that we understand that she did, in fact, invent time travel. The voice is either getting louder or getting clearer, but one word has become clear in all of the muffledness. Go. 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 And to the past she goes. Because of the myths and the old stories and the history and the religion, Shuri knows that there's a window between when the vibranium first hits Africa and when the first Africans first find the hurt. She just needs to get there in that window. She needs the most fresh sample. She also needs to adhere to the usual time travel rule. And also, because she invented it herself, there are some negative repercussions if she stays in the past for too long. So it's kind of, she's got to get in and get out. Like, it's time travel, so ultimately if she can do it, she can do it again. But some reason she can really only do this one trip. She makes it to the ancient place when it was still just a place, grabs an herb and some soil and roots and contains it somehow, and then she grabs a second one. She's heading to the night that her brother died. She's going to save him. The plan was to drop off the herb and keep pushing. But when she gets to the lab, it's not her lab. And there's a man there who's working. But he looks almost heartbroken while he's working. It seems like what he's doing isn't that important. Shuri hears the voice again, the echo. And so does he. They look up, they make eye contact with each other, and then they call each other's names. This was a T'Challa, just not ours. And she was a Shuri, just not his. He tells the tragic story of how his mom and sister died at the hands of Namor, how M'Baku is now the Black Panther, and how he has nowhere to go, nowhere to be. So she extends a hand and offers him to come back home, her home. And he does. And now we have a T'Challa, she has a T'Challa, and there's hope for the future. There's a little bit more, but this is all I can fit into today. I will see you next time.